Hello YouTube, welcome to another Slicedmelon video. My name is Kieran, also known as Soaring Key, and I'm the founder of Slicedmelon. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a great GFX commission sheet. So here's some examples. We have this by SoftGB, and then we have this by Zero Skies, and then this by Clutch. So what a GFX commission sheet is something that you can show off your GFX work in. So as you can see, on Clutches, he's got 3 thumbnails, 3 icons, and then he's got his prices. So we're going to be making something like this. So to start, I'm actually going to get an artwork. So I'm going to use this one, and this is going to be our background image, okay? Use your own artwork. Do not use other people's artwork for your commission sheets. This is by i5k, and it's just a placeholder, so credit to him. And I take no credit for this artwork, but make sure to check his work out. So we're going to get this image, and then we are just going to paste this in to where our commission sheet is going to be. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go image, adjustments, hue/saturation, and just turn it down a bit. And then, you know, maybe you can go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then just add a little blur so that the background, it's not too distracting, but it's still there, so that, you know, it kind of gives it a bit of a background and it doesn't look too bland. Right, next we're going to add your name at the top with the text tool. So I'm just going to type out Soaring Key. Okay, and you can pick whatever font you want. I'm going to pick Gotham Black, seeing as I think it's quite minimalistic. And then I'm just going to press Ctrl A, go to the move tool, and then press this button to make sure it's centered. After we've done that, just press Ctrl H, and then go onto our layer, right click, blending options, and let's go add a gradient overlay. So I'm actually going to do like a blue gradient, so that it's sort of, I think blue gradients always look kind of professional. And then if you want, you can add some effects to this, like you can add an inner shadow, but I don't think we'll really be doing that for this one. I mean, maybe you can add like satin and make that white if you want to, or you know, a drop shadow. Just add whatever you think makes it look good. I might just add a little drop shadow and just make this slightly transparent. But you know, we'll leave it. Okay, so we got this, then we can go right click, rasterize layer style if you want, and then you can make a new layer, and then you want to hold Alt and then left click in between the 2 layers, and that's going to make a clipping mask. And then with this clipping mask, we're going to go to our rectangle tool. We're just going to make a big rectangle along the top and make sure it's white, okay? And then we're going to set this to overlay and just turn this down a bit. And then we can just merge these layers, and we got a very nice looking title, okay? And next we're going to type out some text that says icons, and we can change the font. I'm going to pick a lighter font weight for this, so I'm going to go Gotham Bold. I'm just going to put this here, and then for the icons I'm going to personally put 2 examples. So I've got this again by not Andrew Tate. Okay guys, let's just forget that happened, and we're gonna move our text up a bit. And then maybe, you know, if you want, you can add a gradient to this as well, but maybe make it a different color. Make sure you look into a color theory so you know exactly what colors go well together. Let's see, what should we do? I think we should maybe do a yellow gradient, a yellowy orange, if you know what I mean. Those sort of colors always go good with blue in my opinion. It's a bit more yellow at the top. Alright, nice. And now let's just get our icons, Control C, and paste them in. Now we are going to have to scale these down. Right, there we go. And then if you want, you can maybe even, like, you know, make this rounded a bit at the edges. So we could just make a rounded rectangle, set this to maybe 20. And it's actually going to be like more like a square for an icon. And let's just sort of align this, make sure it's a good size that the icon fits in, and we can just, you know, clipping mask it in. Might have to adjust the scaling a bit. Alright, so we got one of our icons. This is actually a bit too big, so we're just going to have to scale it down. And let's check that we can fit one below nice and comfortably. You might have to move stuff. It's all trial and error with design, okay? Keep that in mind. And if we just move this icons text down a bit, and then just center it in the box. Yeah, I think that can work. Let's just make sure that we've got our padding good. So I like to use rectangles to do so. And padding is basically like how far away something is from the border of your work. And ideally, you want everything to have perfect padding. Right. Let's see how good my padding is. Okay. It's not bad. Let's just scale these down a bit. Yeah, you're gonna constantly have to be changing things, but that's okay. You will have to constantly change things. You know, even with like your prices and stuff, if you're doing GFX, you're constantly gonna have to be changing your prices. Anyway, so if we're getting back onto this video, we've now got our icons. But I'm gonna get a different image, obviously. You're not gonna wanna have two of the same work showcased. And we're just gonna clipping mask that. Alright, and then let's just center this. Okay. Alright, so we got our icons here, and now we're going to do a section for thumbnails. So let's just duplicate this text and move it along. And, you know, we can like put this here for now. We could center it in a bit. Alright, and then we're just going to get a thumbnail image, paste this in, scale it down a bit. Make sure that it's going to be like the same height as the icon. Alright, that should be good. We can just move this along. And you know, we're going to want everything to be rounded. We need consistency. Just get another rounded rectangle. Alright. Oh. Okay, there. Just move this to here. And scale it, and then we can clipping mask our thumbnail. Okay. Nice. And let's just check this is the correct height. Yep. And if we just move this along, you can see we got our thumbnail. And let's just make sure that this is aligned at the top, because if your things aren't aligned, they're just not going to look as professional. Keep in mind that professionalism, if your work looks unprofessional, you're not going to get the clients that you want, because they're going to think, oh, like, you're not putting effort in to make even your commission sheet look good, which is like the first thing people are going to look at when they hire you. I would also like to mention that, although I did say this at the start of the video, these templates, this template for a commission sheet and tons of other things will be released on the website slicedmelon.com, so make sure to check that out. So we've got this thumbnail box. Let's just duplicate it, and we can have another thumbnail. Right, let's just make sure this is aligned. Yep, that seems about right. Let's just double check. Okay, so this is aligned. And again, we're going to paste a different piece of artwork in here. So, not that one. Let's get this one, the headless one. And we're going to paste this in here, scale it down a bit. Okay, and then we're just going to duplicate these two, bring them down, and then again make sure it's aligned with the icons at the bottom. I mean the icons, sorry. Just use rectangles for your alignments, or there are actually guides, but I just find it quicker to actually access rectangles personally. Alright, let's see. Are these aligned? Yep, those are aligned from what I can see. And then let's just get some more GFX work to paste in. So here, let's clipping mask it again. If you would like me to make a video on Photoshop shortcuts, by the way, make sure that you leave a like on this video and subscribe, and that will just tell me that this is the type of content you want to see, okay? Alright, and now we can have this one for here. So just clipping mask that again. If you don't want to shortcut it, just go right click on the layer and clipping mask it. Whoa, that's went way too big all of a sudden. Okay, we'll fix that. Alright, nice. Okay, so there's one thing missing, and that is our prices. So we can just add to this text, as long as you haven't rasterized it, and just say, I don't know, 15k plus Robux. Alright, and then if you want, you can make this a bit smaller, change the color, whatever. I'm gonna keep it the same color, but you can do what you want. And then you might just want to scale your text down a little. Again, it's your commission sheet, it's your choice. Keep in mind that I'm guessing there's probably going to be a lot of people who are going to want to use this template. So just keep in mind, if you are using the template, you might want to add some uniqueness to it. Just to make people think, oh, this isn't just a generic template, it's genuinely, like, you know, good. Because our goal with the templates is to make everything perfect, but if you want to change things, you can. Right, so now let's just get all these thumbnails, and we're going to group them together, just so we can then press Ctrl J, merge it, and then just center this text that we just duplicated in here. And then type out thumbnails. Alright, and then these, I'm just going to put 25k plus Robux. Keep in mind, with your work, you're going to have your own prices. So if you're charging these prices, then you don't actually have to change anything. But if you're not charging these prices, then, you know, change them up a bit. So I think that's 6.42. Yep, that seems about right. Okay, we've got this. But there's one thing that this thumbnail is, this commission sheet is lacking on, and that is, again, it just isn't spaced out properly. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna work out the spacing between these two, which I'm guessing there is probably a feature to do with guides, but I just like doing it this way. And I'm gonna press Ctrl J, Ctrl T, and just rotate it 90 degrees clockwise and put it here. And yeah, as you can see, our we can delete this now, by the way. Our thumbnails are really like far away, so we can just, you know, bring those in so it's aligned. Alright, and actually we're gonna have to duplicate this and merge it again, and then that's just so we can center that again. Then we can delete it, and we can delete these rectangles too. Right, so now that we've done this, you can just group all the text and everything apart from the text at the top, and then we can press Ctrl A and just center everything. But here's the thing, we are actually gonna just want to move this up a bit because, again, padding. So if you want to do this, if you want to make sure that the padding's correct, let's just check how much it is at the sides. That's pretty, you know, that's like spaced out like mad. Alright, so we're gonna make it the same at the bottom. So again, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. And you know, it doesn't hurt to change the sizes of things if you need to, but keep in mind Photoshop is primarily raster based, so you know, stuff might get a bit distorted in quality. So keep that in mind when you're scaling things. Let's see. There we go. Alright, and for this text at the top, you may want to just scale it down a bit, move it up. Or, what we could even do is, if we just get rid of them, you could even put it at the bottom. It's honestly your choice. I just think it looks good at the top. And you know, just move it to wherever you want it. Maybe even skew it a bit so it's slanted. And just play around with things. See how, you know, just make them look however you think looks good. That's what I will say. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment on the video, subscribe, make sure to let me know that you want more videos like this, and yeah, see you in the next one.